Hey YouTube, I'm back with another video.
Okay, he's already starting. You see that?
Yeah, see, I've invited NaturalMe4C back for another video on my channel.
Okay. Okay, so we got a lot of questions about marriage and being like newlyweds and stuff.
That's right.
People want to know what our biggest challenges have been and how do we keep the spark in the relationship. So we have five questions here that we would like to answer for you guys.
That's right. Here we go. Let's just jump right in. All right, so the first question is, what were our biggest challenges? What were our biggest challenges being newlyweds or newly married?
Okay, so the first thing we wrote down was money.
Money.
Okay.
Look, money's a challenge. Okay, money was a challenge then. Money is a challenge now.
It's still a challenge, but we're working through it. We're working through it. When we first got married, we really had very little money. You know, we were in a long distance relationship, so a lot of our money went to traveling back and forth so we could visit each other. Not a lot of savings, and the credit cards were our friend.
All right, so we had very humble beginnings. Okay, we had a 2-bedroom apartment. It was kind of rough. Okay, it was rough in there.
It was a little rough around the edges in there.
Yeah, oh yeah. It was rough around the edges, the middle, the outside, the inside. The whole thing was rough. We've upgraded a little bit in certain aspects of our lives. We made it very important to make sure that we don't depend on anybody besides ourselves.
Right. That was very important to us from jump. We wanted to make sure that if we were grown enough to get married,
that's right,
then we were going to be grown enough to take care of ourselves.
That's right. It's just us.
Make it work.
It's just us. And we found that it's a beautiful thing. All right, you struggle together, you build the relationship, you build the foundation together. It's super strong when you ain't got nothing else. All right, when you got nothing else, you got to worry about what you're going to eat. You look at each other. Yeah,
okay. It wasn't like that. Okay, it was not. It wasn't that deep. Okay, so another struggle we had as newlyweds was schedules. Yeah. You know, I was the one who moved back here, so I didn't have a job, and he was doing all the working, so he was at work like all the time.
Look, I had to hustle. As we said, we were only dependent on each other. We had to find a way to make it work. We didn't have a lot of money, and I wanted more money. So I had to work. You know, I got to try to build a castle for my queen.
Oh my gosh.
I got to get up out this apartment.
So I was home, and he was out working, so it was very difficult for us to spend time together because he was working all the time.
But when we did spend time together, the flame was burning.
Okay.
It was burning. Inferno.
You're not putting that in there.
What?
You're not putting that in there.
Alright, so another challenge that we had, and it seems like we still may be struggling with it, is learning how to coexist.
Yes.
Okay? At times, we have different definitions of what we consider to be clean. Okay.
It should not even be an issue because clean is clean.
No, but at the end of the day, it's learning how to coexist.
Right.
You know, we didn't live together before we married. So, it would, you know, I'm trying to learn how to live with her and what she likes. She's trying to live with me and learn what I like. So that was a bit of a process.
Yes, so yeah, we just had to get used to like each other's habits and try not to get irritated by each other's habits. Okay, so the next question we have is, what were our biggest challenges as parents or new parents?
It's tough. Parenting's tough. You really don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, so I mean, we pretty much were freaking out about everything with our first child. We wanted to make sure that we got everything right. Make sure he was fed, changed, swallowed.
You know what? You know what didn't help? You know what didn't help? We had a preemie. Okay, we'll let you guys in a little bit. We had a preemie. So he came home, everything was great. So we bring him home from the hospital, and we put him in the car seat. And they're like, okay, well, because he's a preemie, he's little, he's like 2 pounds. You got to put a blanket here, and a blanket here, and a blanket here, and a blanket here. And he was like this in the car seat because he was so little. So we get him home, and he's got to come home. He's hooked up to this monitor.
Yeah.
So we hook him up to the monitor, and this monitor would go off, right? Now, they trained us on the monitor. We had like an hour training on the monitor. Oh they train. Then when the monitor goes off, it means that either something's wrong with his breathing or something's wrong with his heart. What they didn't tell us was that this freaking monitor will go off all the time for no reason. Yeah.
So if the little sticky tabs were like coming off in any way, it would just go off. So we'd be getting absolutely no sleep because he would shift and the little sticky tape would just come off and we'd be freaking out like, what's going on with the boy?
Yeah. With the boy.
What's going on with the baby? Is he okay? And just, it was just
so we would run around the corner and we'd pick him up and he'd be like, dude, he would start crying. He's like, dude, why are you waking me up?
We're like,
and I'm like, the alarm's going off. You didn't hear the alarm go off?
From jump, you know, having any children at all, you're going to realize that there is absolutely no downtime. There's always something that needs to be done around the house. Somebody always needs some kind of attention. Something's always spilled, broken, tore up. Somebody needs to be changed, showered. Okay.
Somebody wants some juice. Some donuts or something.
So there's always something to be done, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom. So that was a very big challenge for me.
That's one of the biggest things I respect and love about you is that, you know, you do such an awesome job with our kids being a stay-at-home mom. It's awesome. All right, so next question is...
Oh, no.
I'm going to ask it. I'm going to ask it so I give her an opportunity to answer this one.
You know what?
So how do we keep the spark?
How
do we stoke the flame?
Okay, so I'm not going to go into details, okay? But I will say that we've always been very flirty with each other. So that still exists. That still happens all the time. He's always flirting with me.
Okay, yeah, you bet I am.
I'm always flirting with him too. So, but none of that's changed. We are still very playful with each other.
We want to have fun with each other. We've had a lot of fun through our relationship. We have a lot of fun now, so it's important not to lose sight of that. So to keep that flame going, we are super flirty. Yes, and we always make sure that we know how each other feel.
Date nights and stuff are very rare, like outdoors. Usually we just try to do like a movie night or something like that. Other than that, we don't really go anywhere unless it's with our children.
They're always with us.
We're trying to work on, trying to figure out some kind of way for us to date each other outside the house. Okay, so the next question we got is, how do we feel about premarital counseling and prenups?
Go ahead, you do counseling, go ahead.
Okay, so I think that premarital counseling is a great idea. So we did go through some premarital counseling. We didn't have like a lot of it, but we had enough of it. And it definitely just allowed us to make sure that we were both on the same page with what we wanted out of our marriage.
But, counseling allows you to understand the commitment that you're about to make.
Right.
We knew we were both on the same page with, we're getting married once. And that's it. There's not going to be any way out of it. So if we make this commitment, that's going to be what it is.
Exactly.
And socks on the floor, TV on while you're trying to go to sleep, whatever the case may be.
He only saying stuff that he does.
Yeah, I'm smart enough not to say the things that she does. Yeah, It's not worth it. It ain't worth it. All right. So yeah, where there's those things, we're together forever. So, you understand that commitment. And you know that, hey, regardless of what happens, we have to make this thing work.
Exactly.
Once you say I do, there's no leaving.
How do we feel about prenuptial agreements? Okay, so we kind of feel like when you make the commitment to get married, it should be for the right reasons from jump. You should know that you two are going to be able to stick through the rough times together. Prenups just prepare you for divorce or separation, which is not the goal in marriage.
All right, so I'm going to keep it real. Okay, I'm going to keep it real. And hopefully I don't offend nobody. But here's how I feel about prenups. I think that if you're presented with a prenup or you think you may want to get a prenup done before you get married, don't even bother getting married. Okay, that's how I feel about it. Saying, hey, look, anything I brought into this,
it's coming with me if this don't work out.
If we break up, I'm going to not like you so much that I want to take everything I brought in here with me. So I just think that if that's the situation, don't even bother. Don't even bother getting married. I think that you got to be decisive in what you want. If it's a marriage, then you have to understand what you're going to undertake by having a marriage or getting married. Yeah. If you want a relationship, that's something completely different. If you don't want to be married and you just want a relationship, you don't need a prenup. You got to worry about it. But you just got to make sure that the person you're with wants a relationship and not a marriage. Because if they want a marriage, they don't want no prenup. All right, so our last question is, how do you stick together without losing yourself?
Right. So it also helps that, the person that you end up marrying is interested in the same things that you are so that you guys can enjoy your time together. So if you enjoy, I don't know.
Like tonight, right? So I'm going to watch NFL draft. All right. I'm into football. I love the NFL. I'm going to watch NFL draft. And guess what my baby's going to do?
That's what he think I'm going to do.
She's going to be right next to me watching NFL draft.
I actually might watch it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're gonna be.
It's not because you said I was gonna watch it.
So we'll be cheering on the Dallas Cowboys tonight.
No, we won't.
What? All right, now, like in any relationship, right? There are gonna be some times where maybe you want some alone time. Maybe there's some things that you want to do that maybe the other person in the relationship does like to do them as well. But you know what? I need some me time.
Right.
Okay, it happens. There are certain things that we like to do. So in those times, especially because we don't have babysitters and stuff like that, it's important to support each other.
Exactly.
All right?
Definitely.
To be supportive and understand, hey, you know what? I'm going to take the kids tonight. I'll take them. You focus on doing what you want to do. Let's go ahead and give you a break tonight. Go do whatever you want to do. Which typically is go shopping at Kohl's.
Okay.
Okay?
That is not what I normally do.
Okay, it's go shopping at Kohl's or stop by Target and pick up some Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus. Okay, but I'm happy about that. I'm happy she came home with that.
Oh, yeah, because it's for you too.
That's right. That's right. All right, so those are the questions we were asked about marriage. Some of the questions we were asked about marriage. We tried our best to answer them. As you've heard multiple times throughout the video, the most important part is the commitment.
Yes.
Okay? The commitment you make to each other, the vows you guys decide to take, or the vows you decide to take, are super critical.
Yeah. So once again, it's just very important to honor the commitments that you've made, and you know, remember the reasons why you got married. Remember your wedding vows and take them very seriously. So we hope you enjoy watching this video. We will see you very soon in another one. Take care.